times when you dream, most of the time when you dream, it's internal, working it through things. And in my brain, my subconscious, I know that's the one. That's what it's me trying to sort through. Um, what's the term? Worldview point. The bits and pieces from ages ago, and I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I'll tell you at the end. But this dream is crowded. It's like a town where it's like the spokes of a wheel, spokes of a wagon wheel. And along each street are family homes and farms crushed together. And I was who I was seeing through. I was just returning from being gone for a long time. Couldn't see myself, not sure what I looked like, but coming to my family's small farm on the road that I was walking down, greeted by someone who looked like my mama, a couple cousins, my sis, which sis? I think it was Elaine Sharon, the one that's next oldest to me from of the sisters. And as I was walking with them towards their property, they were telling me about this horse that they had bought that was bent, was crooked. Something wasn't right with it. And horses to me mean power. I mean, you get that, and this was a white mare, gray mare. Oh no, I guess not a gray mare. It must have been a white mare. The purity uh, worldview thing. My old version of purity in worldview of childhood. That happens with all of us. That things shift and grow as we grow. But anyway, looking at it, I didn't see anything wrong, which means I must have sorted that out in most of my mind. But there was also a pretty bay horse, beautiful, dark, almost black horse in the small paddock that, looking at it, I didn't see any grass. And the fencing was right smack against and joining other people's uh, paddocks or cages and garden areas that were and my mom's and those living with her, they had like a garden area that stepped down, and gradually to reach the area where the paddock was for the horses. And I was walking down the stairs then. The stairs were between the garden and the house. I barely noticed the house, which is another clue that I'd basically dealt with most of that worldview perspective. So, stepping down to the bottom to see the horses galloping off and away, meaning there was no reason to worry about power, the power of me going forward, which makes sense considering my crazy personality. But as soon as I reached the bottom of the steps, this beautiful baby elephant came running up and knocked me flat onto the stairs and climbed onto my lap and insisted I love on it. And this is the dream that I put on my Facebook page, but this is what surrounds it, what I didn't say on Facebook. And loving on this baby, I mean, it was so adorable. But, elephants signify memory, right? Most people think that, and to a large extent, it's true. And I don't see any reason to. Memory's the dominant aspect of elephant power. It was a remembering all of this and why. Why had I come? What was I really looking for if it had nothing to do with my worldview and my internal powers? Well, it was about the time that my mind started chewing on that without me thinking about it, that the dream shifted, as dreams do. And I found myself sitting in the next street over that was crowded with, there's no room for even a little wagon to get through either street. You could, none of these streets. They were just way too crowded. But here I was sitting at what looked like a picnic table, a tavern outdoor table. And I was sitting across, I felt there was people beside me, but there was nothing for me to worry about with them. They had other things that they were doing. But I was sitting across from a man who was in deep conversation with me, but I didn't accept him. I didn't allow him to influence me. And the man beside him just kept paying attention to us. But what got my attention even more was that as we were talking, there was a young man off beyond his shoulder that was videotaping us. Or I don't know if there's tape or not, but they were recording us as we discussed this. And there was other people. And there was only a little ways to the end of the street where the smoke turned and headed towards my family's place. But as we were sitting here discussing this, and it felt almost like it felt like a deception that was trying to replace the truth. I don't know if people can understand that, but to me, it means that they wanted me to accept their lies, and whoever that is that's lying in my life, is some man who's being watched over by another man and being watched over by recordings. Something internal in me was trying to be forced to believe his lies. In situation today, look at it with Trump and Biden and the news media and everybody else wants to get their 2 bits in, including me, I guess. I'm doing this. But anyway, something about that I rejected hard. And the man straight across from me that I'd been not arguing with, but strongly refusing to bend with, he suddenly disappeared in front of me. But I could sense his energy. I knew him there. And when he swung for me, I dodged and slapped him back and dodged and fought and kicked him over and got knocked down, and crazy wild fight in this dream. And at this point I wasn't looking through the eyes of this guy. I was floating back somewhere watching this crazy fight where, I mean, to the outside eye, this woman, I could finally see I was actually a woman like me, but not like me. It's kind of like that woman from the dream, you know, the young woman that had grown up tough, but a whole different situation with growing up. Um, but she finally kicked his ass and took him down hard. And when people realized he was down, then three men, I didn't know them, but I knew there was something wrong with them, something dangerous about them, and I tried to run after. But me, I couldn't catch them. There was too many people, too many things between me and them, and they were reaching the place where they could, as I came around the spoke to look down my family's road, they were reaching that area and climbed up across from them into the 2 and 3 story buildings. They could look down on my family. And I knew there was danger, like, I can't save my family. And all of a sudden, remember. I went, what? When I was young in this dream, this person in my dream had put safety weapons in place. I mean, this is a dream, you know? But anyway, safety weapons in place. And when she uttered a certain word that, I'm sorry, I have no idea what those words were either. But laser shots excuse me, shot out from 3 places along the boundaries of her mother's property. Took out all 3 assassins. And that's where I woke up going, what the H? Huh. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, I'm told I gotta go. Enjoy. Bye.